The Festival of Lights in Riverside, California is often voted the best outdoor Christmas light display in the United States. I go every year and I wanted to make this video to give you all the information so you can make the most of your time at the Festival of Lights. Let's jump into it and be sure to stay till the end where I give you some tips on parking. This year I actually went to experience the Switch On Festival, which you definitely need to get there an hour and a half early to see. It was packed, but it was well worth it once if you're okay dealing with crowds. Since there were so many people, it was hard to walk around, so I left and then I came back the next night with my family to make this video. We arrived before it got dark so we could find a place to park before all of the crowds got there. Since we were early, we started our adventure with dinner at the Riverside Food Lab. This is a food hall with about a dozen different options, and we got tacos for the kids and burgers for Amy and I. Everyone was a fan of dinner, and there's also an ice cream place you can have there, or you can get a treat while you're walking down Main Street.
Alright guys, we're heading out to see the lights. Are you ready? Yeah.
Heading towards the Mission Inn, we made it to Main Street, which is a pedestrian-only walking street that has basically all of the attractions. Here you'll see one side of the famous Mission Inn Hotel, the start of some of the vendors, and more restaurants including Casey's Cupcakes, which was famous from Cupcake Wars. This is also where the famous singing dog usually hangs out.
So beautiful. So crazy looking.
We decided to go to the historic hotel last, so we made our way towards Mission Inn Avenue to cross the street.
Lots of new installations this year. I've never seen this before. That's pretty cool. Always classic trees here though.
They really have added a lot this year, and this is probably the best I've seen it since before 2020. There's many other restaurants and vendors here, but unfortunately the mini donuts I've loved so much in the past were not there.
Raise your hand if you want a churro!
We let the kids pick what they wanted and they went with the churro. As we crossed over the street at University, this is one of my favorite areas normally, as they usually have a lot of different light installations. The stack of presents here is always classic, as are the pink lights on the donut and coffee shop right next to it. There's also a tree-lined lighted walkway that has many different words representing the Christmas season. As we approached City Hall, I was actually impressed by how many different installations they had that you could take pictures with. There was a big ornament you could walk through.
So beautiful.
There was a big light up Santa, there was a bunch of different stars, there was Santa's sleigh. It was pretty impressive how much they had. This is also where the North Pole is and where Santa appears on select days. After getting to the end of Main Street, we turned around and headed back towards the historic Mission Inn Hotel. If you go on a weekend, this is definitely where you're going to see the most amount of people and you're going to experience the most lines. This year they had something I'd never seen before. They closed the valet area and they actually installed a carousel right in front of the hotel.
I was the only member of the family not cool enough to ride the carousel.
It was pretty small and it cost $5 a person to ride, but my kids were super excited about it and they talked about it the rest of the night. After that, it was finally time for the highlight of the Festival of Lights, the Mission Inn Hotel. The lighted walkway is a favorite spot for Christmas photos, and it's easy to see why, as it's beautiful every single year. You can only walk down one side as a non-hotel guest, and you can't actually go inside the hotel at all unless you're a guest. Once you get to the hotel entrance, you turn left and you go down a lighted walkway back towards Main Street.
It's already busy and this is just a Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
One of these years I really do hope to actually stay here during the Festival of Lights. It's pretty expensive, but I have to imagine it'd be a pretty cool experience. When you leave the hotel, be sure to walk around the entire circumference of it, as there's so many lights you can see that you'll want to see it from every angle. Plus, over by the Cheech Museum is where the ice rink is this year.
There's like copyright music everywhere, so I can't really record very much talking stuff. It's about $20 to go ice skating. That's the first time the ice rink has been here since like 2016, so it's cool to see it back.
If you're visiting with older kids, then the last thing you'll want to do is to head down Mission Inn Avenue to where they have all of the carnival games and rides.
It's a legit county fair down on this side.
If you wanted to do any of the things here, you had to load up a wristband with however much you wanted to buy. My kids were a little too young for this section. As promised, some tips on parking. I'll link to a map that the city puts out in the description, but you can see the parking lots are $15 Thursday through Sunday. By far, the best time to go is on a weekday, and I recommend getting there before it's dark, and you might even be able to find street parking. Do make sure you note the signs though, as many of the streets close and there's lots of regulations this time of year.
Hey, do you guys think people should go to Festival of Lights? Yes or no?
Yeah.
2 thumbs up or 1? 2 thumbs up from Jack. How many thumbs up for you, Sunny? 2? All right. 2 thumbs up for me as well. We'll see you on the next one.
Check out the description or click one of the other videos to see lots of other recommendations for Christmas attractions to do in Southern California. We'll see you on the next video.